Welcome back to Same Right Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. So today's tutorial will be attending to a student's request on how to make this beautiful organza design. Okay, so this organza ruffles on the sleeve of this dress. So to achieve that, you need your full basic body sleeve. This is my basic body sleeve. So I simply come to the elbow line. That is where I'm going to attach this organza design. From the elbow line, I'll go up by 2 inches because your design should not be actually at the elbow, but a little bit, or we can go up by 1 inch. So from this 1 inch now, I'm going to take the measurement of what I have here. I have 7 inches. So that means if I'm cutting my fabric now, I'll just cut it off or trace it out from this point. So this is where I'm going to attach this organza design. So from here, I measure 7 inches. And this 7 inches I'm measuring now is on half of the sleeve. So that means I have 14 inches. But this 14 inches, I'm going to multiply it by 3 to give me these beautiful ruffles. So 14 multiplied by 3, we have 14 plus 14 is 28, plus another 14, we'll have 42, okay, so 42 inches. So I have my organza fabric here, which we'll be using to make these ruffles, and the organza fabric will measure 42 inches. That is 1.5 of a yard, about 1.5 of a yard, but it's more than a yard. So I'll just measure 42 from here. Okay, so this is actually my 42 inches. So this 42 inches now, I'm going to cut it at that point. So 42, you can add your seam allowance. Okay, so you can add your seam allowance of 2 inches. That is making it 44. So you can get yourself 44 inches of this organza fabric. So here is my 44 inches of my organza, and I'm going to cut it at that point, as you can see. So I've cut it now at that point, and next is what is going to be the width of this organza design ruffle. So the width of this organza design ruffle, I'm placing it on fold. So I'll place it on fold now, and I'm going to have the width measure on fold 13 inches. So this 13 inches, by the time I sew off 1/2 inch, because this part is on fold, on top there I'll be having 12.5 or thereabout. So this 12.5 now, I'll go over to my machine now. I'm going to run gather stitches. Okay, so I'll just cut off or trim off, but I don't want to trim off. Let me just fold this in, but I believe you understand what I'm talking about, or what we are doing here. So I'll just fold it in just to explain to you how to go about it. So after you have sewn and torn, next you will do is to go in between, okay, in between, and run your gathers. So I'll just use my hand and run my gathers, as you can see. So as I'm running it, I'm going to run it to 14 inches. Okay, so if I run it to 14 inches, I'll come with my sleeve, open up my sleeve. Sorry, I'm keeping it the wrong way. So it's supposed to be sewn on top of this sleeve. Okay, so you just open up. Let me just open up and show you what you are going to do. So after you have cut your sleeve now, I've cut my sleeve and I've made my gathers at the center So you can reduce the, if this is too much for you, okay, the 13 inches we use, you can use 10 inches for it. So you just go ahead and place it at the tip. Place it, or I will advise, instead of making it at the center, you can make at the 3/4. That's the part that is going to be on top. The gathers will supposed to be on like this on 3/4. So by the time you sew it on top of the sleeve like this, you still have the excess, okay, on this part. So you can use 10 inches because this 13 inches is too much, or you can better still reduce to 9 inches or 8 inches. So you just go over to your machine and run the gather stitches, so it forms that organza ruffle for you. So I believe you understand how this is done. So that is how we come to the end of this class, and I believe you got an idea on how to sew this organza ruffle. So thank you for coming, and see you in the next class. Bye.